shine so bright, beaming in the night. Lay down your worries, you are not behind. I know how it feels to wonder why you're not where you want to be in life. Hello everybody, welcome back to PalominoIntuitive. Thank you all so much for joining me on today's reading. My name is Star and I am an intuitive reader. Today we're going to be looking into what are the unexpected blessings coming towards you, okay? Now this reading is timeless, so it doesn't matter when you see it. It can still resonate for you. Okay, so before we get started, go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 30 subscribers, so y'all definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel, okay? Also, you can find how to book a personal reading with me, as well as my TikTok and Twitter usernames, where I post readings there as well, down below in the description box. Also, if you guys ever want to suggest reading topics that you would like for me to do, then you can also comment those down below. But with that being said, we're just going to go ahead and get into it. Sorry about that noise. I guess somebody's car is going off outside. But so we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you need more time to choose your pile, then go ahead and pause the video here or feel free to rewind. I also want to say one last thing, that I do live by the airport. So if you guys hear noise going overhead, that is the airplanes. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys at group 1. All right, so hello group 1, thank you all for tuning in. If you're a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. And if this is your first time viewing my channel, then hello, welcome on in. So I always shuffle the cards before getting on camera, but I don't look at any of them. So today we have 2 oracle cards, we have 3 main tarot cards, and then 4 clarifying tarot cards. And then at the very end, we're gonna choose an oracle card together on camera for you all's final message, okay? So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. What are the unexpected blessings coming to you? And for some reason, I feel like this is going to be a short reading because I feel like these messages are going to be straight to the point. So let's see. So first we have the Hanged One in reverse, which is like the Hangman in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands also in reverse. And then we have the Page of Cups. So for you all, I feel like an unexpected blessing that is coming to you is that like a surge of it's like a surge of creativity and a surge of energy that allows you to move out of a certain level of stagnation that you feel like you've been in. For some of you, you could feel like for the past few weeks or months, you haven't really been feeling as motivated or as driven to pursue certain goals that you have, specifically goals that you have surrounding like your own creativity or like starting businesses, things like that. For some of you, this could have to do with love, like if you've been single for a while and you haven't really been looking for anyone. But there's just like this energy of like you guys were halted or like stagnant at a point in time because you needed to learn things or you needed to develop a different perspective on how you were looking at the situation. And an unexpected blessing that's coming to you is the finally having the clarity and finally seeing the situation or the obstacle or the relationship or the goal from a different perspective that allows you to move forward. Not only does it just allow you to move forward, but it gives you a sense of vitality and a sense of energy that sparks you to move forward with quickness, okay? So with ease, I'm getting kind of like, I feel like a Knight of Wands energy where it's like, you guys might have an epiphany. It could come to you in like an epiphany. It could be a dream. It could just be like something that you think about. It could be something that you see. It could be something that you hear, like especially if you're the kind of person who watches like motivational videos. It could just be something that you hear in a video or something that you read that just really inspires you to kind of get back at whatever it was that you were doing, but from a different perspective, from a new perspective. Also with this Page of Cups, I feel like you're going to come at it from a more playful perspective. Like I don't feel like the pages are kind of like naive, and so but I don't see this as like an immature or a childish perspective, but just like a perspective that is less harsh, a perspective that is less critical, and a perspective that is less goal oriented. Like kids don't really do things with the final result in mind. Like kids have to be taught to do things for results. Like usually if a child wants to play, or if a child wants to paint, or if they want to go outside and pick flowers, they're just doing it because it's fun. They're just doing it because they enjoy the actual experience. And so that's the kind of mentality that I feel like you guys are going to be blessed with unexpectedly. That's going to help you to progress forward. Like I said, especially if this is for you like a business or a creative passion or a relationship. These are the kind of things that have to be emotionally fulfilling in order for us to want to stay in them, or in order for us to want to dedicate ourselves to them, you know. So it's like, if you're in a relationship, or if you're single and you're looking at relationships, or at one point you were looking at relationships from a result-based type of perspective, like, oh well, I just want to be in a relationship because I want to be married by this age, or I want kids by this age, or I want someone to pay my bills or something like that. If you're looking at it from that kind of perspective, you're going to be stagnant. And the unexpected blessing for you is to have a shift in perspective where you're like, you know what? I want to be in a relationship because I just want to love somebody, and I just want to have somebody that I enjoy spending time with. That shift in perspective will help you to attract a partner, or for if it's like a business or a creative project that you're working on. If you're looking at it like, oh, I want to do this thing so that I can make money, or so that I could become famous, or so that I could, you know, get into this circle or meet this person, you're looking at it from a results-based perspective, and this is what may be stagnating you. But if you look at it from a perspective like, you know what, I want to do this because I actually enjoy doing what I'm doing. I enjoy doing this. It's fun for me. It's a way for me to express myself, or it's a way for me to feel like I'm using my talents to the best of my ability, or that I'm using my knowledge to help the world, or whatever. Like, those are reasons that are more playful, and that will help you to kind of take the load off of stress and help you to feel more vitalized and more energized to do these things. Because when you're trying to do something, or when you're trying to work towards something where you're not seeing the results, it makes it difficult to stay dedicated, and it makes it difficult to stay committed if you're only doing it for the results. But when you find something emotionally within you that wants to do this thing from a more playful perspective, that's what allows you to move forward despite any challenges or obstacles. Okay, so let's go ahead and look into your clarifying cards. First, we have the Magician. Next, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. And then in reverse, the King of Swords. So yeah, with this King of Swords in reverse, it's like you guys have been looking at whatever this is from too much of an analytical perspective, too much of a numbers crunching type of perspective. Even though the Pentacles rule like the material realm, I always think of, when I think of the like numbers themselves, I always think of the swords and just like that logical, analytical energy. And I feel like, yeah, like you guys were definitely looking at something from too harsh of a perspective, or too serious of a perspective, and that's what was really causing you to be stagnant, because you were just focused on the wrong things, or you weren't really allowing yourself to have fun with this. And so what I see like an unexpected blessing for you all is just like a shift in perspective that allows you to be more playful, that allows you to be more imaginative. I feel like with the Magician, you guys are going to get a lot of new ideas and come up with new ways that you can try doing things differently than the way that you've done them in the past, because you're not so focused on numbers and you are more focused on enjoying it and like creativity. I also feel like with this Seven of Pentacles, sorry about that noise, guys, it's coming from outside. But with the Seven of Pentacles, I do see that you have been working on whatever this is for a long time, and it's something that has been like bothering you, that it's not progressing at a certain level. But the reality is that the reason why, thank God, but the reality is that the reason why it's progressing slow is like two things. One is simply just divine timing, and things simply just take time to blossom. A tree does not grow overnight. Rome was not built overnight. A baby is not created in the womb overnight, you know? So things just take time. But also, again, you were just looking at it from way too harsh of a perspective. And I find it interesting how the King of Pentacles is upright, but the King of Swords is in reverse. So you guys actually getting blessed with this playful, more playful mindset is what's going to bring you and lead you to your abundance. Okay, you guys, you have to kind of, I know it sounds like contradictory and it can be kind of difficult to do, but a lot of times really letting go of wanting something, like this is the group where, you know, when you learn about manifestation in the beginning and you learn about law of attraction, and it's like, if you want something too bad, you're kind of telling your mind that you don't have it, and so thus you're pushing it away. Versus when you can accept you know, and just be okay with not having something for the moment, but you know that you will have it. It creates a sense of peace, and therefore you can attract what you want. It's like this group, you guys are going to be, not only because I feel like you guys are already aware of this fact, but I feel like it'll really be setting in to the point where you truly integrate it into your life. You guys are the type where if you're too focused on love, that is what's stagnating you. Once you just become happy being single and you're like, you know what? I'm not worried about being married by a certain age. I'm not worried about having kids by a certain age or having somebody who can pay all my bills. I just want, first of all, I'm good by myself. I'm okay being single. And when I do meet someone, I want someone that I can actually have fun with. I want someone that I can spend the rest of my life with. And that's what I'm looking for. And until I find that, I'm okay by myself, because I know that it will come. That as soon as you stop looking for love and stop worrying about it, that is when you'll find your person. You know what I'm saying? Or like I said, for those of you where this is about business or a creative project, once you stop focusing on trying to make money from this thing, or once you stop focusing on trying to get a bunch of followers from this thing, and you just do it and you just enjoy it and focus on making it better for your own enjoyment and your own pleasure and your own creative, you know, playfulness, then that's when the money will come. That is when the followers will come. Once you stop worrying about that stuff and just focus on the happiness that you're getting in the present moment, okay? So let's go ahead and look into your next card. We have forgiveness, letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. So for you all, you may also have a hard time with this type of mindset because it's again like you guys set certain expectations up for yourself. And so with you all, what I feel like you need to let go of and what I feel like you need to forgive is yourself, because you have placed these expectations onto yourself that have allowed you to become doubtful and thus have made you stagnant. So like I said, an example could be if you place the expectation on yourself that you have to be married or have kids by a certain age, and maybe you feel like that's not going to happen, and then it creates disappointment. And this is something that you have to forgive yourself for, because ultimately you created this expectation. It was never something that was real. We can't control time. You know what I'm saying? We can't control time. We can't control other people. So creating an expectation around, well, I need to be married by this age is I don't like using the word unrealistic when it comes to people's dreams and things like that. But there are some things that are just blatantly unrealistic. And you having the thought that you can control time and you can control another person to the extent that you can say that you're going to have this goal by this age, that is unrealistic, okay? Same thing with business. If you're like, well, I need to be making a certain amount of money, or I need to be a millionaire by the time I'm this age, that is also unrealistic. You cannot control how time works, and you can also, like I said, not control how other people work. You can't control if your product could be amazing or your service could be amazing, but at the end of the day, you can't control when other people see it. You can't control when other people decide to purchase it, or how much or how many people decide to purchase it. Those things are out of your control. So forgive yourself for placing these harsh, unrealistic expectations onto yourself. That way you can let them go and you can just focus on growth, and you can just focus on having compassion for yourself and your journey, and practice patience and practice enjoying the present moment without feeling like you're missing something. Because I feel like that's also like an unexpected blessing, is that you guys are not going to be feeling anymore as though you're missing something because you don't have a relationship or because you don't have a certain level of money or status yet. You're going to become more happy with where you are in the current moment, and really believing that whatever it is that you're desiring will come in due timing, and you don't have to stress or worry about it, okay? Next, you guys have release all anger. Don't give power to negative words by saying them. Speak from your higher self and make your communications peaceful and loving. So again, it's like you guys, I can tell, you guys are carrying a lot of like anger and resentment or bitterness about the fact that you're not at a certain level yet. Like you're not making a certain amount of money yet, or that you're not in a relationship yet. But you guys have to release this, and I think that you will. I think that this is like your unexpected blessing, is that you guys will finally see things from a different perspective. You guys will finally be able to release all of these expectations, release all of this anger, and release all of the self-doubt as well. Because I feel like the reason why this is stagnating you is because you have this doubt by these expectations that you put on yourself make you doubt yourself. So if you say, I want to be married by the time I'm 25, and then you're 25, you might start to feel like, well, damn, am I not shit now? Or is it because I'm ugly? Or is it because I'm not worthy of a husband or a wife? Like, is it because I'm this? Is it because I'm that? and you start questioning yourself based on these false expectations that you put onto yourself. Same thing if you're like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, I want to have this many followers by this age, and it doesn't happen. Now you start questioning yourself, questioning your worth, questioning your path, and questioning your decisions because of these unrealistic expectations that you have placed onto yourself. So releasing yourself of these expectations and forgiving yourself for putting them on yourself in the first place will help you to move on. And I think that that's something like a gift or a blessing that you guys are going to be getting in the near future. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull a couple of last oracle cards for you. Really just one more. I don't know why I said a couple. But Spirit, what unexpected blessings are coming towards group 1? Like this is your card. Okay, so we have 25 Rebel. All right, so let's go ahead and look into this card. What do we have here? We have Aquarius energy. With this card, before I am going to read it out the book, but just I want to do my own intuitive interpretation as well. With this card, I feel like you guys have to rebel against the ideas that are programmed into you and that you internalize, because I feel like one of the main reasons why you guys are rushing your life so much is because you're trying to keep up with the status quo, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're trying to keep up with the people that you see on social media. And you know, we've been made to feel like in society lately over the past decade or so that if we're not rich by a certain age, or if our lives aren't perfect and like perfectly postable and reelable and TikTokable by a certain time, that there's something wrong with us. And so I feel like with this card, you guys need to kind of spend some time alone or detoxing from social media or just the internet or whatever it is that kind of causes you to compare yourself to other people, so that you can break away from those ideas and those things that cause you to place these expectations, these unrealistic expectations onto yourself. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and read what the card says. It says, if this card is drawn, there is the potential for exceptionally bright thinking that produces a spark of genius. It indicates a powerful devotion to a cause. You are certain that your position is correct, no matter how out on a limb you seem to others. You must be prepared to act totally out of character to achieve your intended aims. So again, it's like, you have to be like, you know what, I don't give a fuck if I'm this age and I'm not married, or I don't give a fuck if I'm this age and I'm not a millionaire, or if I don't have this many followers. This is what I want to do, this is what I believe, and I'm gonna make it happen for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I'm gonna be happy where I am right now. Like, I'm not gonna beat myself up because I'm not at this place because that's what everybody else does, or because that's what everybody else wants me to do. I'm gonna love myself right now. You know what I'm saying? For some of you, I feel like this could also have to do with like a weight loss journey, where you kind of gave up on yourself because you felt like you were supposed to be losing weight quicker than you are. And it's important for you to again realize that, you know, you're on your own timing, that there's a such thing as divine timing for a reason. We have to learn this thing called patience for a reason, and not compare ourselves to other people for a reason, because at the end of the day, this is your life and you're only on your time. Okay, and that same thing goes to people that are, like I said, looking for relationships or business growth as well. So that is what I have for you, group 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, and also comment down below how this reading made you feel, or any topics that you would like me to do in the future. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because like I said, we're almost at 30 subscribers when I'm recording this. So let's just go ahead and get it up there. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Group 2, thank y'all for joining me. So if this is your first time watching this channel, then hey, welcome on in. And if you are a returning subscriber, then hey, welcome back. I do always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera to save time, but I don't look at any of them. So today you guys have 2 oracle cards, and then you have 4 main tarot cards, and then 3 clarifying cards. And then at the end, we're gonna pull 1 oracle card together on camera for your final message, okay? So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. What are the unexpected blessings coming towards you? I had a whole brain fart just then. Okay, so let's get into it. So first we have the 10 of Wands. Next we have the 5 of Wands in reverse. We have the Magician. And then we have the 9 of Cups. So for you guys, I feel like there's something coming into your life that's unexpected that is going to be relieving you of a lot of stress. So I feel like there's 3 options here that could resonate with you. For some of you, this is going to be a new job that pays more, that is less stressful. So for some of you, you could be going from like a in-person job to a work from home job. For others of you, I feel like this is about a relationship, specifically a man that is coming into your life that is going to ease a lot of your stress and burden because he will, you know, be able to provide for you in different ways. And then for others of you, I feel like this is a combination of the two, okay? For those of you that's real blessed, okay? Or that, you know, you just don't have either one of these. Some, not saying that other people aren't blessed, you know what I'm saying? But some of you just might already be in a relationship, and so it's a job. Some of you might already have a good job that you like, so it's a relationship. And then some of you might not have either one of those things, and you're going to be getting both of these things, okay? So yeah, I definitely am seeing that currently as you're watching this, you may be feeling a lot of burden, a lot of stress. There may be a lot of internal conflict going on with you. You may be wondering how you're going to pay your bills, or you know, you may be feeling unfulfilled with where you are in life. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm getting like the energy where like you feel like you're in the rat race and you're like trying to contemplate and figure like how you're going to get out of it, because I feel like you're in a never-ending cycle right now where it's like you might make just enough to pay your bills, but you don't ever make enough to get ahead, or you know, there's something about your job that you're really not liking, or maybe they're putting a lot of restrictions on you or a lot of limitations onto you at your job. Maybe you are tired of working in this industry. You could have been working in the industry for a very long time. You're just ready for something new. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is about work though. Or for some of you, it could just be about responsibility in general, where it's like you have a lot of responsibilities that are difficult for you to manage on your own, or, you know, responsibilities that are not completely yours that you've been having to take on. And I definitely see, like I said, an unexpected blessing is you guys, there being either a person or a job that comes into your life that helps to ease a lot of this, and it helps to give you more space and more room, both financially and emotionally, to pursue more of the things that you want to pursue, and also to just feel overall happier in your day-to-day life. So for some of you, for example, if you have a lot of kids that you're taking care of, for some of you, this could be getting a new job, and then now you have money to afford a babysitter, or you have money to afford a nanny, or you have money to afford daycare. For some of you, like I said, if you are dealing with a job that you're really not liking or that's not making enough, you could either find a new job, or you could find a person that is willing to help you. For some of you, this is probably only for like a few specific amount of people, not that many, but for some of you, I am picking up on like kind of a hypergamous vibe, where like you guys will meet a partner, probably a man most likely, that makes way more money than you, and that will, you know, you guys will be in a relationship. It doesn't feel like a sugar baby type relationship. Like, it feels like a real relationship where you guys could become husband and wife. But you might meet someone who makes a lot more money than you, and they really like you, you really like them, and like I said, they're okay with providing for you, and then you're now able to do other things. So instead of you having like maybe a 9-to-5 job, maybe you become a housewife, maybe you become, or maybe this person invests into your businesses, so now you're able to start working on your businesses a lot sooner than you would have been able to had you never met this person. It's just like this kind of energy. There's something or someone that's coming in that's going to take a load off of you, that's going to take stress off of you, whether the stress is financial or emotional, okay? And I see that this is going to allow you to blossom, because right now I feel like you have a lot of untapped potential, but there's just so much on your plate that you really don't have the time, and you also don't have the clear mind right now to really pursue different things. You're, like I said, it's like you're kind of stuck in a rat race of responsibility, okay? So let's look into your clarifying cards. Oops. So the first card that you have is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Next we have Temperance in reverse. And then we have Judgment. So with these cards, I feel like what's also could be unexpected is like a blessing in disguise. I feel like there could be some type of quick ending or like bad news that you get about something. But the thing is that whatever you get about this is gonna be something that was kind of meant to knock you off path. Like, for example, let's say that you have an in-person job, right? And you don't want to get this. If you know, you know, okay? You're not trying to get this, and at your in-person job, they're trying to require you to get it. This is obviously bad news, but this will push you more to go apply for a new job, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe you speaking up about this will connect you with a person who sees what you're going through, and they put you on with the job. Or maybe you know, you're upset about it, and so you end up going to the bar, and then you meet someone at the bar, and then you guys, that ends up being your person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because there's definitely like a sense of disharmony or dysfunction, things not being balanced. And with the Ace of Swords, I feel like it's calling whatever this is out. And there's like, with this Judgment card here, I feel like this is like a divine calling. This is like a divine intervention, really. So for some of you as well, if you're already in a relationship, specifically this, like I said, this particular message might not be for everyone. This is a general reading, so take what applies, leave what does not. But for some of you, you may already be in a relationship with someone where they're not really pulling their weight, or they're not really helping. Like, for example, if this is a man, you may be struggling financially, and your man is either also struggling financially, or like he's just really not being very helpful. Now, whether, you know, whatever his intentions behind that are, you know, that's not what I'm looking into right now, but it's just like, there may be, like, for those of you who are in a relationship already, it might be like a relationship where you're unsatisfied. Let me specify. It might just be like I said, your partner is, you know, they're also financially irresponsible, or they're financially at a disadvantage, or even if they do have money, they're just kind of stingy and they don't really feel like it's their job to help you out. This person may end up breaking up with you, or you may find out something about them where their intentions are off, or their intentions are negative, and it pushes you in a direction where you're now single, so that when you meet this next person, they have the space to come into your life. You know what I'm saying? So with this group, it may be like some unexpected like turbulence and obstacles before we get to this blessing part, but keep in mind that it is all for the greater good. It is to make space in your life. So like I said, if you get fired, or if you end up having to quit your job, or if you end up finding out some horrible news about someone, or someone breaks up with you, like, there's definitely something better coming behind to replace it. So if something like this does happen, don't get too caught up on that. Just use it as confirmation to know, like, you know, I watched the reading and she said something else happened, but she did say that something bad might happen first. So if something bad happens to me, I'm gonna just remember, like, okay, well, it's being replaced, so let me not stress about it. Okay, it's like that kind of energy is what you guys need to have. But overall, after this, like I said, I see you guys really becoming a lot happier, becoming a lot more self-assured, feeling like you have more control over your life, and also feeling more emotionally fulfilled with your day-to-day living. Because I think a lot of times we think that happiness derives from like one big moment in our life, but really it's from like how do you feel in your day-to-day life? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel when you have to get up and go to work? How do you feel about the person that you're dealing with every day, or like, you know, just your home life and your personal thoughts? You guys are going to be a lot more happy in your day-to-day life, okay, in the next couple of months, I'm seeing, with these unexpected blessings and turns and things. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on. So you guys have intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. So with this flexibility card here, I am seeing, like, again, it's like things might leave your life before things come in. Just be flexible and with your level of consciousness and understanding, because this is a crown chakra card with this purple. So, you know, if things do happen that are unexpected, which, I mean, this is literally an unexpected reading, but if things happen to you that seem like they're bad, or that seem like they're like a curse, remember that they probably are a blessing in disguise, and just be flexible with your perception of the situation with this card here. Be open to perceiving things that may seem bad in a positive light, and then once you get past that era and things start coming in, be also willing to perceive those things as genuine as well, because you guys may, like, some of these things that come in may appear too good to be true to you, and you don't want to block your blessing by thinking that it's too good to be true, or by thinking that you can't trust it when it's actually genuine. Okay, so be mindful of that as well. Next, you guys have raise your vibration. Your intuitive feelings are accurate messages from the angels. So yeah, it's like you guys can tell that there's like an upgrade that you need, or that there's like a leveling up that you're feeling called to do. You guys are feeling very stagnant, and like I said, just overburdened, and having like you have too much responsibility wherever you are in life, or you're just feeling like it's overall just not balanced. Like I said, for some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, this is a job. Or for some of you, this just might even be like your household chores and your like household responsibilities. So there's definitely something or someone coming in to help. Okay, so whenever, again, it's like whenever you get this, like trust your intuition and trust that this is genuine, trust that it is real, and also trust that you deserve this. Okay, it's not too good to be true. I don't see this as something that's going to come in and then quickly leave. Like whatever it is, it's here to stay. Like I said, even with the relationship, like I'm not feeling like sugar baby vibes. I'm feeling like husband and wife. Like even though this person does make way more than you, they're not going to see you as less than, or they're not just going to see you as like a sex worker that they could just pay and that's it. Like they're going to be interested in a real committed relationship. Okay, so let's see. You guys have the card first quarter waxing water moon 2 leaves choice. Okay, so give me 1 second and I'm gonna read this card. Okay, y'all, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Sorry about that. Oop. I think I thought I passed it. Yes, I did. Okay, so this group, the way that this oracle deck works with these cards, they show 3 different meanings based off of moon signs. So I'm just gonna read them all to you. Oh wait. Okay, so it says, emotions can go either way and choices have to be made. You must now decide whether to throw yourself wholeheartedly into an emotional situation or partnership. The promise of a successful outcome is there. Okay, so that's the overall energy, which like I said, for some of you guys, I definitely see this as being like a new relationship or a new job. Whatever it is, like I said, it's going to be something that is an upgrade for you. So don't run from it thinking that it's too good to be true, because it's not. It's meant for you on purpose. It's meant to upgrade you on purpose. Okay, trust your intuition and trust this. You're getting this reading in advance so that you, when it come, you can remember that I said not to run from it. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the moons, what it says. Moon in Cancer. This is a time to weigh everything up. A decision based on past experience will be forthcoming. There is a sense of optimism. Moon in Scorpio. A powerful urge to push matters your own way predominates. You are able to use your emotions persuasively and even ruthlessly to move the situation in the desired direction. Moon in Pisces. Decisions are colored by powerful idealistic feelings, and the possibility of transforming the mundane into a fantasy becomes real. So yeah, like I said, y'all, this is definitely, these unexpected blessings coming into your life are definitely going to feel like they're too good to be true, but I just keep wanting to tell you to do not run from it. And also, like I said, if anything leaves your life first, like such as a job or a relationship leaving your life, trust that it will be replaced with something better. Okay, so thank you so much for watching group 2. I really appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below letting me know how it resonated with you, and also any future topics that you would like me to cover. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that we can hit to 30 subscribers. At the time that I'm recording this, we have 28 subscribers. So go ahead and just be one of the 2 people that we need to make it 30. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all in my next one. I love you guys. Bye. Hello group 3, thank y'all for joining me on today. If you're new here, then welcome on in, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. I do always pre-shuffle the cards before getting on camera as to save time, but I don't look at any of them. So today we have 2 oracle cards, we have 3 main tarot cards, and then 3 clarifying cards, and then at the end we're going to choose 1 oracle card together on camera for your final message. Okay, so before I get started, let me put a little oil on my hands because I stay ashy. Okay, but yeah, just a little some. All right, so yeah, while you guys are waiting on me, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the video. Alrighty, all right, so let's go ahead and jump right on in. So what unexpected blessings are coming to you? So first we have the Emperor in reverse. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. And then we have the King of Swords also in reverse. So with you all, I feel like you guys are going to have, your unexpected blessing is like rest. Because the 4 of Air here is a card that talks about rest, but when it's in reverse, it can mean like, you know, that the person is anxious, or they have insomnia, they have a hard time sleeping, or they may not get enough rest. I feel like this is something that you guys might deal with, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with responsibility, with both the King of Swords and the Emperor being in reverse. You guys may have a lot of responsibility, or you guys place a lot of responsibility onto yourselves, and so you have like, sorry about the noise, you guys, sorry about that, but yeah, it's like you have this, there's like this sense of restlessness to you, where like you might always have something to do, or like you might have a lot of responsibility, and so you are the kind of person who will avoid sleeping, you will avoid spending time on self-care or just spending quality time with the people that you love, because you're the kind of person who is always like go 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 go. I feel like an unexpected blessing for you is that you're going to get some type of opportunity to rest. So for some of you, and I feel like this is a blessing that you guys are not going to see as a blessing when it first comes into your life, because again, because of the fact that you guys are so go go go, and like you feel like you always have something, like you always have something to do, and you have a lot of goals that you would like to achieve by a certain amount of time. You guys are, it's like you're building an empire. You might not perceive the ability to rest or to take a break as something that is positive at first, but I feel like it's something that you really need, especially with your body that's coming through. So you guys might have a lot of tension in like your neck, your back area, yeah, like your spine. You guys might have a lot of tension in your spine, and you might just think that is something that, oh, if I just stretch, I'll be okay. But in actuality, I think your body is kind of exhausted, and you need some time to really just focus on yourself. Not only to just get more sleep and get more rest, but if you can, you also need to get like, you know, a massage or go to the spa. With this, I feel like the unexpected way that this could come to you is, for some of you, you're going to be getting surprised with the vacation. Yeah, for some of you, you're going to be getting surprised at the vacation, or someone might surprise you by paying for you like to have spa time. For others of you, this could be like, you know, if your job, like there's, Jesus Christ, these loud cars are so annoying. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, for some of you, if you know the pandemic is highly affecting your job may close or go back onto lockdown, and so you may not have to go to work. And I don't know, for this group, I feel like you guys will be okay financially. I feel like you guys will either be able to work from home, or you have like enough money saved up, or you have investments, or you have a business, or I feel like you guys will be okay financially if your job closes down. But I feel like the positive, and like I said, the blessing in this is that it will give you a lot more time to relax, because I feel like you just don't have enough time to relax right now, and that's something that you're really needing. I feel like this is something that you don't even like. I feel like this group, it's like you don't even want to accept that you need rest. It's like you know that, but at the same time you're like, but I gotta do this, or but I gotta do that, or but I gotta do this, and you like prioritize all of your goals and like everything else above your rest and above your self-care. And I feel like I said, something is going to happen that kind of forces you to have to sit down, and it's going to be a blessing, because after this you're going to have a big realization. For some of you, you might even end up getting sick, and when I say sick, I don't mean like, you know, crazy sick. I just mean like you might end up getting like a really bad cold, or like a fever or something like that, to where you have to call out of work and you have to sit and rest. And like I said, it's not going to seem like a blessing in the moment, but you being sick like that is going to put it into perspective for you, how much your body really needed rest, or how much the amount that you work was really weighing on you. For some of you, it might not be a sickness, it might be like a really bad like muscle soreness, to where like you can't walk for a couple of days and you have to be on bed rest, or you know what I'm saying, like that kind of energy, or you can't turn your neck. Like it's something that's definitely not going to seem like a blessing in the beginning, but it's going to help you to realize it's going to help you to realize that you need to take better care of yourself, and actually prioritize taking better care of yourself, because you're definitely the kind of person who I feel like just works and works and works, because you'll feel like, oh, I'll rest when I'm rich, or I'll rest when I've completed this. And it's like, no, like you have to have a balance, and like nothing should be more important to you than your overall health, whether that's both emotional, mental, but especially physical, because you could be rich all day, but if you're spending all of your money on hospital bills and you can't even walk around to do the things that you want to do, it's not going to be worth it. Okay, so definitely prioritize you guys' health. I think that's a blessing that's coming through for you. Okay, let's go ahead and look into these clarifiers. So the first card that you have is the 8 of Swords. Next, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. So with this 8 of Swords here, I feel like part of the reason why you work so hard is because you have a limited belief that, because I feel like with this Queen of Wands, you guys have, like I said in the beginning, like you might have some type of business or some type of investment or side hustle, whatever it is, that will keep you financially afloat if your job closes down, or if things go on lockdown, or if you're not able to work for whatever reason. And this thing, this side hustle, this creative thing, this business has, or this investment has been there for a while, but there's a part of you that doesn't believe that it would sustain you. So for some of you, not only is the unexpected blessing in this about you guys getting more rest and you guys realizing that you have to prioritize your health and your self-care more, but it's also going to make you realize that whatever side business or side hustle or investment that you have on the side is actually a lot more lucrative than you gave it credit for. And like right now, because of the fact that you might have a job or even multiple jobs and you're working a lot, that's where you feel like your best bet at stability is. But these things leaving, or these things becoming paused or stagnant or changing, is going to force you to have to depend on your side hustle, or force you to have to depend on your business or your investments. And that's when you'll really have to take a leap of faith, and you'll really start to see just how, like I said, just how lucrative it is, or just how amazing of an idea this actually is. Also, I'm thinking here with the Emperor in reverse, which also can represent stability with the number 4. So for some, it's like the unexpected blessing is like, it's going to come in the form of something disrupting your stability. So like I said, for some of you, it may be like a physical health issue that comes up that forces you to rest. For others of you, it could be your job closing or going on lockdown or reverting to at home. That is going to, again, shift your stability. Especially if your job does not go to work from home and you don't have, like, you just lose out on the job altogether, or you lose out on the money that you're making from that altogether. And it's going to force you to have to put effort into something that you didn't believe in at one point. Okay. Because yeah, with this 2 of Cups here, I feel like you have an idea or a business or a goal or a side hustle or an investment that wants to give to you, but you don't believe in it. When I see the 2 of Cups in reverse, that's showing that there's a disconnect here, or there's, something that's unbalanced. And so it's like it's just like you haven't given yourself enough credit for how much rest you actually need, and you have not given your business idea or side business or side hustle or investment enough belief for it to really take off. But when you are left with no choice but to pursue this thing if you want to make some money, or when you're left with no choice but to rest if you want to be healthy, then it's going to make you snap out of it and realize what you've been missing this entire time, which is the blessing. Okay. So let's look into these next cards. We have honesty, truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. So yeah, this is something that I feel like you guys already know, that you have a business that you need to put more effort into, or you guys already know that you need to rest more, but you've been lying to yourself. Your fears have been causing you to lie to yourself because you feel like, again, it's like the sense of, you were trying to hold on to a sense of stability. And because you were trying to hold on to this sense of stability, you ignored your body, you ignored your needs, and you ignored your dreams and your actual goals for yourself, because you were trying to take the safe route, or you were trying to take the route that you thought would get you there quicker, or the route that would be more stable for you. When in actuality, there really is no such thing as stability. If this pandemic has showed us anything, it showed us that nobody's job is safe. You know what I'm saying? Even people that work from home are being laid off, you know what I'm saying? Or people that work in person, their jobs are closing down. So if this thing has shown anybody anything, it's that there is no such thing as stability. Your best bet at stability is investing into yourself. Your best bet at stability and staying afloat in these times is having something that you can control, having your own health in order, and also having your own source of income that is not reliant on an outside company or corporation. Okay, that is something that I feel like you guys are finally going to be accepting, because you're going to have no choice but to accept it, because it's going to come right in front of your face. Okay, so don't look at this as a bad thing. Like I said, I know it may seem like something that's negative in the beginning, but if it weren't for this thing, this thing is going to push you into your maximum potential. Even last year, I'm sorry, not last year, but the year before, when there were lockdowns in 2020, there were so many success stories of people who already were having a business, who already had a side hustler, who already had something in their lives that they wanted to improve upon, but they were so used to their idea of stability that they never did. But once their world flipped upside down, it made them realize what was really important, and it made them have a lot of extra time as well to put into things that they didn't have the time for before, or that they had convinced themselves that they did not have time for. So I feel like, this is kind of going to create the same type of results in you, where things might flip upside down in your life, and your stability might be affected, but it's not going to be the end for you. If anything, this is going to be the catalyst for your overall improvement and for you to bounce back even stronger. Okay, So next you guys have past life healing. This situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past and you bring healing into the present. So again, I definitely am feeling some fears here. I feel like you guys have fears of being unstable. You guys have fears of being broke. You guys have fears of depending on other people to help you. You have fears of not being seen as good enough. You guys work hard out of fear, not because you actually enjoy what you're doing. You work hard because you fear not having enough money. You fear not paying the bills. You fear other people looking at you as inferior or as broke or as though you can't take care of yourself. And this is coming from, like it says, past life. And even if you're someone who doesn't necessarily believe in past lives, this is coming from your childhood or your past, things that you've experienced in your life where you might have depended on other people for help, and then you feel like you got away from that and now you don't want to go back, or you feel like at one point you might have grown up poor, or you might have had a broke phase in your life, or you might have even been homeless or struggling to feed yourself at one point. And so it's like once you got to the other side, you have this fear of going back. But the reality is that your fear has caused you to neglect yourself or to neglect your ideas, and you need to be stamped out of that. And the best way for us to learn lessons as humans is to actually go through experience. There's a difference between reading something in a book and writing it down, or actually having an experience that teaches you a lesson. There's a difference. Even though knowledge is valuable, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge comes from being taught something or learning something or reading something, whereas wisdom comes from going through it yourself and learning the lesson yourself. You guys are going to be developing a lot of wisdom with this honesty card, and with whatever is going to be thrown at you that forces you to have to rest or either put more effort and energy into your actual business or side hustles or goals. Okay, so let's continue. First we have Callie. So this is again, it's like you guys, there's definitely some destruction happening that's unexpected. And like I said, I keep saying it might not seem like a blessing at first, but it definitely will be. You guys, this kind of energy gives me, I'm surprised the Tower card didn't show up, because that's really the energy that I'm feeling. It's like you guys are also very stubborn as well. You guys might be fixed signs, which I don't remember all the fixed signs. Okay, don't ask me, but you guys might be very stubborn people. And so, you know, if someone just tells you, oh, you need to rest more, you'll be like, yeah, you're right, but you still don't rest. Or if someone tells you, you know, that business idea that you have is really good, you should really put more effort into it and see where it can take you. Yeah, I will, but you really don't. You need something to shake your life up. You need something to make you uncomfortable in order for you to really change your lifestyle and change what you're doing. And so for some of you, like I said, that's going to look like you guys getting sick, or, you know, there being something wrong with your physical health. For some of you, that's going to look like losing a job or losing a source of income, losing some type of stability, losing something that was normal in your routine or normal in your day-to-day life or normal in the way that you take care of yourself. That's going to change, and it's going to force you to change for the better. And that's where the blessing comes in. Okay. And then last card, we have Demeter. So again, it's like, there first comes destruction, but then after that comes abundance. Okay, so like I said, you guys, for those of you where this is like a side hustle or a business, you might feel unstable at first, because let's say that you're making a job, let's say that you're working a job where you're making, let's say I wait tables, you know, as my 9 to 5. So let's say that you're a server at any kind of place, whether it's a sports bar, a lounge, a brunch place, a diner, it doesn't matter. Let's say that you're a server somewhere and you're used to making, let's say, 150 or 200 a night or per shift at your job. And if your job closes down and you can no longer serve and wait tables, you might feel stressed in the beginning, like, oh my gosh, that's like, you know, however much money that I was making every day that I worked, I'm not making that anymore. But you guys have a business, or you have a goal or a plan or a creative skill or a side hustle or something that you can monetize, that if you were to just put the effort in, and if you were just to be dedicated and consistent with it and actually believe in it, you can make 3 times that you would make in a serving shift in one day with that hustle. But if you had never been forced to not be at your serving job, you would have never given the side hustle the amount of energy and effort and dedication that it needed in order to get it to that level. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say where you guys get sick, and so you have the flu, or you have some type of soreness, or maybe you pop a muscle, or, you know, you pinch a nerve or something, and so you have to be on bed rest. But this negative thing happening to you forces you to take your health more seriously, to the point where once you recover, you have a better level of health than you had before it happened. You know what I'm saying? So definitely be open-minded with these unexpected things coming into your life. Be willing to look at them as an opportunity to grow and not an opportunity to wallow in sadness, okay? Because one thing humans are great at is being Lord, I be talking too fast. One thing humans are great at is being adaptable, okay? So trust that you guys will adapt. Don't look at whatever this is as something that's going to end you, especially when it first happens. Focus on adapting, because this situation, I'm telling you, it will be destructive in the beginning and it will make you feel unstable and it will make you feel uncomfortable, but it will push you out of your comfort zone for a reason, and this will help you to become overall more abundant, more knowledgeable, more skillful, and more wise, okay? So that is what I have for you, group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. Also, leave me a comment down below letting me know how it resonated with you, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel on your way out. We're almost at 30 subscribers at the time that I'm recording this, so go ahead and be subscriber number 30, okay? And that's it. If you guys want to book me for a personal reading, or if you would like to view my readings that are on TikTok and Twitter, you can find all that information down below in the description box. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.